Political watchers call it the Veep Stakes. Kamala Harris will campaign with whoever she picks as her running mate here in Wisconsin next week.
But we don't know who that is yet. We do know that they're going to plan at least to make a campaign stop in western Wisconsin. Today, one of the names floated is actually in Milwaukee. Our Jason Calvi joins us live. I know you tried to get some tough questions in there today, Jason.
Yeah, Pete Buttigieg. He himself gained national attention when he ran for president. He's now the U.S. Transportation Secretary, but the big question now is, will Vice President Kamala Harris pick him to be her running mate? He's not the favorite to get the Democratic VP nomination, but gamblers betting on the pick rank Pete Buttigieg in the top 5.
I am very much a creature of the Great Lakes.
Check out Politico's headline earlier this week. The Hill wrote, Buttigieg is everywhere as Harris' team weighs running mates.
I'll take care not to speak to the election and campaign side.
The U.S. Transportation Secretary Wednesday joined Governor Tony Evers on part of the new Amtrak line. It runs from Minneapolis to Chicago, the host of this year's DNC. We asked the secretary about the presidential nomination, which looks set to go to Kamala Harris, despite the fact that 16 million 2024 Democratic primary voters didn't have her name on their ballots.
Because I'm here in my federal capacity, I can't comment on campaigns and elections. I can say how proud I am to serve with President Biden and Vice President Harris.
Republicans call the Wisconsin trip a VP audition.
So you've got posturing Pete Buttigieg as a failed mayor, as a failed presidential candidate, as a failed DOT secretary, and now posturing for his next job.
Buttigieg started his day at Port Milwaukee. He highlighted some federal funding from the bipartisan infrastructure law, a $9.3 million grant announced last year. The money's helping the DeLong company expand their export facility, building more storage and equipment to handle more grain. And you may be wondering why the secretary didn't answer any of these campaign questions. There is something called the Hatch Act. It places restrictions on federal employees. They can't do campaigning when they're on the government's clock. Reporting live here in Milwaukee, Jason Calvi, FOX 6 News.
Jason, I'm thinking back to Paul Ryan when he was named the VP pick, and there was this huge announcement. He was in front of the USS Wisconsin in Virginia. And I know everyone's looking at the vice president's schedule for what that announcement would look like. Do we have any details on if there will be a big rollout, or it's just going to be like an email? They're going to hit the ground running to all these battleground states?
Yeah, well, we do know that she's going to be visiting these battleground states like western Wisconsin next week. We also know she's got a rally plan for Pennsylvania. When you look at those odd makers who are betting on who the pick's going to be, the top pick right now is the governor of Pennsylvania, Governor Shapiro. But exactly what that rollout's going to look like, that is up to the Vice President, Kamala Harris. And right now, she's still weighing her options.
I can't believe people bet on this stuff. And I'm not a bettor, but you're not supposed to vote on. Yeah, not supposed to bet on the favorite. You got to go for the underdog to make the real money. All right, Jason Calvi, appreciate it.